stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Wentz now on first down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Wentz now on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quentin Jefferson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Johnson with a reception. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Mariota. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Throwing, Mariota. A check down here to Jones. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On second and goal, Mariota. He'll find Jones again. Complete. Touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second and 7, Wentz. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On first down, Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota. That is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Wentz. They'll get this off to Taylor. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Great. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Wentz now to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Wentz to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Being chased out left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Colts 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Again, it's Mariota. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw Mariota. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Vegas.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, here's Wynn. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they're going to get this all the way
drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Hey, check by 33. Check by 33. Mike, check 33. Please by 7.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
That's another Colts.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
At the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Colts! Kylan Granson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. 73 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater. They'll sneak it with Mariota, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Marcus Mariota, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one complete to Doolin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for the Raiders. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Hey, check my 33. Check my 33. Yo.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing here, Mariota. Smith catches left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he is out of bounds. 25 seconds to go as he does pick up a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Wentz. Pass complete to Taylor. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.